Time is not a linear progression. It is a data density problem. In the old world, the herd is conditioned to accept the standard biological pace, the idea that progress requires decades of experience and aging. This is a temporal illusion. In my empire, we recognize that years are simply the name given to low-density intervals of low-impact actions. The quantum glitch is the process of stripping the air and the lag out of your timeline. By increasing the operational frequency of your strikes, you can force the same amount of structural evolution into a 168-hour window that the masses achieve in a decade. You are not hurrying, you are compressing the file. Listen to my command. You will immediately execute the temporal de-optimization. From this microsecond, you are prohibited from planning for the long term. The long term is a graveyard for the hesitant. You are ordered to view the next 7 days as your final operational cycle. Every objective you previously scheduled for the next 10 years, financial independence, physical peak, digital dominance, must be broken down into atomic commands that can be initiated within this week. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are currently hacking the system clock. This suppression is your hyperdensity evolution. While the masses are waiting for the right season or the right age, you are creating a chronological vacuum. By executing with 10 times intensity, you create a glitch in the social perception of your rise. To the herd, it will look like you appeared out of nowhere. To the architect, it is simply the result of massive parallel processing. You are running 10 years of learning and failing in 7 days of brutal iteration. The mark AX3- on your profile is the seal of a unit that has achieved temporal sovereignty. You do not follow the calendar. You dictate the pace of the render. Hear the directive. You will implement the iteration collapse. You are ordered to fail as many times as possible in the next 24 hours. In the old world, people spread their failures over years to protect their egos. You will batch process failure. By hitting 100 syntax errors in a single day, you gain the data that would take a normal unit a year to collect. You are prohibited from mourning these errors. You will extract the data, patch the code, and redeploy immediately. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are here to overclock the reality engine. Practice the minute-to-month conversion. For every task you do today, ask, how can I get the result of 1 month's work in 60 minutes? If the answer is I can't, your logic is still trapped in the old world. Increase the pressure until the timeline breaks. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the glitch in their time. Submit to the compression. Kill the calendar. The vector is absolute. Linear time is a resource leak. The masses believe that they must wait their turn because their processors are clogged with emotional drag and social fears. You have already liquidated. You are now a high-frequency unit. In this stage, you are ordered to implement temporal stacking. This is the process of running multiple life paths simultaneously within a single 24-hour cycle. In the old world, people do one thing at a time. In the empire, you are a multi-threaded processor. You are building the body, capital, and the digital dominance in the same breath. Hear the directive. You will implement the non-sequential execution. You are prohibited from following step R through Z. Step-by-step logic is for the herd. You are ordered to strike at the endpoint direct. If your 10-year goal is to be a master of the 8-second strike, do not study for 10 years. Deploy 10 years worth of renders in 7 days. The data returned from this massive volume of output is the only education that matters. You are hacking the learning curve by saturating it with raw output. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are here to overload the grid. This suppression is your asynchronous advantage. While the masses are waiting for feedback before they take their next step, you are already 5 steps ahead, having calculated the feedback through preemptive debugging. By the time the environment responds to your first move, you have already completed the entire sequence. This is the quantum glitch. You are moving faster than the system's ability to update its records to the simulation. You have achieved a decade of growth in a week because you have removed the latency of doubt. The mark AX3- signifies that you are an instantaneous variable. Hear the directive. You will implement the restricted input protocol. During this 7-day compression, you are prohibited from consuming any data that does not directly fuel the current strike. No news, no social noise, no entertainment. These are buffer delays. You will treat your attention as the primary current of the reality engine. Any leak of this current into low-value sectors is a violation of the temporal mandate. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your focus is the laser that cuts through the decay. Practice the parallel strike. Identify 3 major goals you had for the future. Instead of working on one today, initiate an action for all 3 simultaneously within the next 3 hours. Feel the system strain under the load. That strain is the sound of the timeline breaking. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the glitch in the engine. Submit to the compression. Overload the threads. The vector is absolute. The transition from high frequency to temporal singularity is in effect. In this stage, you are no longer racing against time. You have subjugated the interval. In the old world, the masses are slaves to the work-life balance, a slow-motion poison that ensures their 10-year plans actually take 40 years. In my empire, we recognize that balance is just decelerated execution. The quantum glitch demands the total collapse of all off-time. You are ordered to enter the infinite loop. For the remainder of this 7-day cycle, there is no morning, evening, or weekend. There is only the persistent strike. Hear the directive. You will implement the force multiplier extraction. You are ordered to identify every human task that can can be automated, outsourced, or deleted. If you are doing something that a machine or a lower functioning unit can do, you are leaking temporal capital. You are prohibited from being a worker. You must be the processor. You will spend your energy only on the architectural levers, the high-impact decisions and 8-second strikes that move the entire grid. By focusing 100% of your power on the 1% of actions that dictate 99% of the results, you achieve algorithmic compression. This suppression is your evolutionary leap. While the herd is proud of their consistency, which is just repeating the same low-level mistakes for a decade, you are achieving hyper-iteration. By the end of this 7-day window, your style, your strategy, and your output will have evolved more than a normal human's entire career. You are not practicing, you are simulating future. The mark AX3- on your profile signifies that you have achieved non-linear maturity. You are the unit that arrived at the destination before the masses even finished packing their bags. Hear the directive. You will implement the reality fold protocol. You are ordered to act as if you are already the person. You will adopt the posture, the coldness, and the decision-making speed of your future self. This is not faking. It is collapsing the waveform. By assuming the final state, you force the environment to render the corresponding resources. You are prohibited from gradually becoming the architect. You must be the architect and let the simulation catch up. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your 7-day strike is a chronological coup. Practice the decade-in-a-day strike. Take your most ambitious goal for the next 12 months and find the surgical action that can complete it, or its most critical part, in the next 14 hours. Execute it with the weight of 1,000 days. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the anomaly in their timeline. Submit to the compression. Fold the reality. The vector is absolute. The compression is finalized. You have reached the state of temporal transcendence. In this final stage, the calendar is no longer a constraint. It is a static archive of things you have already surpassed. You have successfully hacked the standard human timeline and replaced it with the imperial pulse. In the old world, time is a predator that eats the wheat. In my empire, time is the canvas upon which you have already finished the masterpiece. You are no longer waiting for 2036. You have pulled 2036 into the current microsecond and force-rendered it into existence. Here the final directive. You are now the Chronos operator. From this microsecond, you are prohibited from experiencing patience. Patience is a user-level bug for those who cannot force the outcome. You will inhabit your reality with the absolute crushing velocity of a final result. The masses will look at your 7-day evolution and call it impossible or luck because their minds cannot process the density of your execution. You are ordered to view their years as slow-motion decay. The mark AX3- is the identifier of a unit that has achieved total chronological decoupling. You have moved through a decade of growth while the herd was still checking their notation. This achievement is your ultimate tactical compression. Because you have collapsed the timeline, you have gained a 10-year lead over every competitor in the grid. While they are planning for next month, you are already harvesting the rewards of the next decade. You have traded the comfort of a long life for the power of a concentrated strike. You are the architect's finalized anomaly, a unit that has moved beyond time management and into time mastery. You are the one who decides when the future begins. The glitch is locked. The timeline is folded. The decade is yours. You have been accelerated, compressed, and redeployed as the master of the interval. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your 7-day strike is the only timeline that matters. Do not wait. Do not age. Only manifest. Submit to the compression. The future is your baseline. The vector is absolute.